Ladies and gentlemen, I presume you can hear me. This slightly overdressed person in front of you is named Darko Jureković. He works as Oracle Academy Program Manager in Oracle Croatia. The word program actually has a lot to do with a lot of projects, not with the line of codes. To be absolutely frank with you, the last line of code I wrote a long time ago was ironically Hello World in the C language on the second year of my studies. However, I'm here to speak, and they told me that I should speak in English. They have not actually specified the accent, but I hope you will understand me. Nevertheless, there is a plethora of accents from which we could try to amuse ourselves, but in the upcoming 15 or 20 minutes I would like to show you how Java is included in the Oracle Academy offering to the academic community around the world, including Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina as well. So Oracle Academy itself is a free offer to the academic institutions, education institutions, its faculty and students, in order to provide them with the tools and resources required to acquire knowledge related to the technologies which represent the core foundations of the corporation and which they will, throughout their career, quite frequently find in a lot of enterprises as well as in public sector. So, we are talking about the curricula, about the training materials that I will show you in a couple of minutes. We are talking about software, we are talking about many other resources, including technical library, that can help students as well as teachers at academic institutions to incorporate this offering into their teaching and learning. Institutional member benefits are quite numerous. They include access to all the trainings that are available within the Oracle Academy portal, as well as the technical library, to the discount as far as commercial certifications are concerned, and the participation in the communities that include many online real-time events. Individual member benefits that everyone can basically acquire are a bit smaller if you do not associate yourself with the educational institution, and you can access just part of the trainings, namely workshops in a box. Your teachers, if you are students, will basically enroll you to the trainings that cover Java as well. And this slide was a question there in the last row? No, okay. This is how the trainings related to Java are concerned. You can see that up there in the left you see Alice and Greenfoot. Alice is aiming to the K-12 teachers and students. It learns them how to create 3D animations, which is fun for kids. And through this activity they learned basics of programming. Greenfoot is similar, but it's one step ahead. This is not just about creating animations, this is about creating 2D games. This basically targets those who are just starting and had no previous exposure to programming in Java. But if you are attending a vocational technical school, if you are enrolled at college or faculty at university, then you have Java Fundamentals, which is 90 hours long training available online, which your teachers can integrate into their standard curricula. It includes also Java Foundations, and for those who are more advanced, the third course is called Java Programming. My understanding is that for majority of our faculties and universities in Croatia and in the region, the normal duration of course at the faculty is 45 hours. So there is quite a plenty of stuff here for those who would like to deepen their knowledge. This is just about Alice and Greenfoot. As you can see, Alice is developed in cooperation with Carnegie Mellon, and the Alice is actually taken from the Alice in Wonderland story by Lewis Carroll. So this is a short description of the curricular materials that are offered, how they position themselves against each other, which are for those starting their career and learning in programming, and which are for those who are more advanced. So this is basically an effort to help motivate students and pupils to seek their careers in STEM studies, because relatively quickly, in a couple of years, there will be a shortage of almost 1 million ICT professionals in Europe only, followed by a similar amount of job opportunities in the United States. And as we know, and I presume that Javantura is just the right place to mention it once again, Java is most widely used programming language in the world nowadays. So, we hope that Oracle Academy will be useful to our institutions, and in a couple of moments, a few slides later, you'll see how many are already enrolled in our offering. And I hope that students will use those resources to gain knowledge and hopefully experience that will help them seeking their future career in IT. So this is just a slide that represents how many institutions we have enrolled in our program since we started in fall 2015. We have 4 universities, we have 18 STEM faculties, 9 colleges and high schools, and 2 secondary schools currently enrolled. You can see that we have 3 faculties in Bosnia and Herzegovina, 1 university, 1 college, and the rest are in Croatia, most of them in Zagreb, quite a lot of them in Osijek, Split, Varaždin, and elsewhere in Croatia. So this is where I would like to stop with the presentation and turn on my browser just to show you how we can basically access. In order to register yourself on the Oracle Academy portal, which is located on the address academy.oracle.com, you'll have to create your user account. It's fairly simple, it requires just your email address and the creation of a password. After you register yourself as Oracle Academy member and associate yourself with a particular educational institution, assuming that you are either there working as a teacher or as a student, you can gain access to this particular view, in which you can, for example, select the training materials curriculum which is available to you. You will then be able to access the learning management system, which is established for this purpose. This is basically how it looks like, just to avoid any confusion. So far so good, it works. You'll have to log on. And then you'll be able to find either the courses that you are already registered for or to enroll into other courses. These are the courses that I have enrolled myself. I will just show you how one of them looks like. So a pretty simple and intuitive LMS interface in which you can select any lesson you want to start with. You obtain various resources, and you can basically track your progress to see how well you're doing against the course objectives and how much of the learning is still left. At the end of the training, you can check your knowledge with quizzes and exams. This is intended primarily for the academic institutions, therefore it is not associated with any of the professional Oracle certificates. However, there is a junior academic certificate introduced lately, I think in December 2015, and these courses prepare you quite well for this first starting basic certification that can show your knowledge and the experience you gained when you pass those trainings and those courses here. So this is basically what I wanted to show you. I was rather quick and more quicker than expected. I still have 9 minutes. However, I presume we may have a couple of questions before we start wrapping up the conference for today. So just to resume, what we have in the Oracle Academy is a lot of trainings for STEM faculties. We have faculties ranging from those teaching electrical engineering to those teaching economy, and all of them are interested in providing those courses to their students. So let's hope that by the end of this academic year, we'll have even more institutions joining us and taking benefit of those offers. It's available free of charge. It does not relate just to those training materials. It also relates to the software that you can relatively easy download. For example, for those students who are eager to learn about project management, you also have here ability to download Oracle's Primavera, and as long as you're a student, you can use it for teaching and learning. And it does not just relate to Primavera, it also relates to the software, the developing tools, everything that's related to those Java courses as well. So much from me for the time being. I presume I was quite succinct and to the point. Let me know if there are any questions, please.
No questions?
Well, in that case, let me rephrase the saying that I once heard. Let me give you back 15 minutes of your life. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. And with this, we are done with the track. So I think we have, if you want, maybe there's still some coffee left, and I'm not sure about the closing session, but you can stop by hall A if you if you have if you want to talk with anybody who's still here and maybe mingle a bit. Thank you.
Thank you.